the experts were looking forward to, plus the fact that Tyrax Thork is actually in the absolution for IAC, and I'm not saying the full one on that, it's going to be an abbreviation. So basically, if he does really, really well, we can pat him on the back, and if he does really, really badly, we can take the piss out of him mercilessly. Wouldn't you agree? Uh-huh. Because we like that. We are heartless people at times. Okay, let's give a run. IAC are packing a Caldari Navy Raven, Absolution, a Rapier, a Heretic, and an Ishka.
And Black Rain Syndicate has, of course, Caldari Navy Raven, Sleipnir, Munin, Saber, and Harpy.
So a nice spread. Again, it's nice to see that they've actually got different bits in the bottom slots, even though a lot of people are favouring the Raven. It's quite interesting to see so many Tempests, though. I mean, there's been at least 2 or 3, haven't there?
There has, and we've only seen one fleet issue Tempest so far, and but we've seen a couple of regular Tempests. The match has actually begun.
Yep.
The favorites in this are most definitely IAC, or as I will say, Interstellar Alcohol Conglomerate.
The Rapier is taking heavy shield damage, as is the Saber of Black Rain. The Black Rain Saber is actually taking armor damage now, and so is the Rapier of IAC. Excuse me, shouldn't be coughing on air, it's not good for you. Actually, IAC seem to be taking damage on 3 of their ships, the Absolution, the Rapier, and the Heretic, obviously, which is an interdictor. Black Rain seem to be taking damage on their Saber and their Munin. Now, this is unusual, that they're actually sort of like trying to do a 2-pronged attack. But they both seem to be doing it. Is that a wise move?
They're totally holding their own here. IAC is having really little to no problems. That Munin's going down fast.
The Munin's lost virtually all of its armor.
And also the Saber. I think, yep, there he goes.
Yep, Munin gone. That was very, very convincingly in fast takedown. The Saber is basically going to follow it very, very sharply. He's virtually lost, what, 80% of his armor?
I don't really understand what the Saber's trying to do here. He's sitting out at an extremely far range, but he's not really doing anything that's helpful to his teammates.
Giving you a status report on the IAC. Navy Raven, perfect. Absolution, a little bit of shield damage, nothing to worry about. Rapier, full shield damage, tiny little bit of hull. Armor damage, not hull.
And there goes the Saber.
Saber's gone for the Black Rain, so that's 3 for them on 2 for the IAC. This is a convincing butt kicking from where we're sitting. So basically, the Black Rain have still got their Caldari Navy Raven, the Slipperer, and the Harpy. Did I say that? Sleipnir, sorry.
IAC is now focusing heavily on Black Rain Syndicate Sleipnir. And also, there seems to be, yep, he's gone too. They're Harpy.
The Harpy just went pop. It's almost like they're going, you're dead, click, bang, bye.
So we're a 5-on-2 here now. Still 2 of the key ships remaining on Black Rain Syndicate's side. We have a CNR as well as a Sleipnir. But IAC, one of the big guys selected to win this championship, still remaining all 5 of their ships.
What's a bouncer? I know it's some sort of logistics drone. I'm just not 100% certain. It's not nice. No, not a logistics drone. It's a sentry drone. Now that's in
Sentry drones. I didn't really think
strange.
anybody. Didn't think I would find anybody using sentry drones.
Yeah,
or I haven't at least found a use for them. That's probably why I was a little unclear on them as well.
I mean, basically, if you're going against things like a Navy Raven, sentry drones basically will do you no use whatsoever because nothing's going to come within 50k of you. Really, not unless they're really silly. Would you? I know
No.
I wouldn't.
and these guys are clearly doing their damage from afar.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tyrax has his guys holding back. Actually, the Heretic is actually moving up. He's being supported by some medium armor maintenance drones.
It's actually looking quite dire for the Black Rain.
That Sleipnir is
losing his
he's
shields.
not going to hold up.
Yeah.
It could be quite the battle between this CNR and the remaining 5 of IAC.
Well, if it's anything like the last time we had a single Raven sat on its own, this is going to be about 3 hours.
Yes, that was a. I don't think you're going to see a repeat of that. I don't believe that Tyrax is going to lead his team in with too much in terms of logistics, and he's going to want to see this and end this rather quickly.
Yeah. It's going to be basically a full-on gang session. Let's basically rip him a new one. That's what he's sort of talking about.
That Sleipnir is still holding up, though. It's
Depends on how much longer it can do that, though, doesn't it? It's got to be getting low.
He's not. He's getting some good reps in there on his shield.
You must have some good toys on then. Okay, bit of a brief recap. IAC still sitting on a Navy Raven, a Absolution, a Rapier, a Heretic, and a Ishka. For Black Rain, they have a Caldari Navy Raven and a Slipner. Not a ship I'm familiar with. Hybrid faction?
The Sleipnir?
Yeah.
Sleipnir is the command ship, Minotaur.
Ah, right, okay. It's one of those ships that looks like.
As for its abilities, I'm really not so sure.
Yeah.
I know it's another favorite amongst solo PvPers, and much like the Vagabond is to the hacks.
Purely because of the amount of beating it can take.
And he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
These guys are sitting back. This seems like it's more of a ranged fight.
Yeah.
IAC is clearly using the medium armor maintenance drones.
Yeah.
to their
Has
full
he taken
advantage.
his sentry drones in? I think he's taken them in, hasn't he?
He's taken his sentry. They may have been destroyed too. I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah. This is actually a really, really good fight. It just seems to be taking a little bit longer than I would have anticipated with the amount of firepower IAC is actually packing there.
But this is a distance fight. I'm surprised. This Sleipnir should have been gone.
Yeah, I really can't fault IAC for actually not wanting to lose ships, because why would you if you don't have to? If you've actually got to a stage where you've got such a commanding position and you can literally sit back and just basically pick away at them until they go pop, why wouldn't you? All right, it doesn't make very good TV. Sorry, folks. But, these things have to be taken into account. There's a lot of battles to go on. And if you're planning, like IAC, you're the number 2 favourite, you've got a good idea that you've actually got the tools and the collateral and the skill.
And that Sleipnir, he's not... They're still digging in. I'm interested to see what's going to happen after he goes and the strategy that's going to play into this to take down.
Well,
CNR.
interestingly enough, none of the IAC ships have actually got any damage on them whatsoever that would actually cause a problem. Tyrax Thork is actually the only one who's taking damage. He's taking armor damage in that Absolution.
There he goes. Sleipnir's finally.
Okay, let's go to see what actually happens now with obviously they're all going to turn on the Raven. It depends on whether the Raven can actually do anything about it. We hope so. Let's see whether he can pull anything out of the hat. The Absolution is basically holding steady on about 40% armor loss. The Rapier, the Heretic, and the Ishka have got fairly heavy shield damage, but again, not a major problem for them. The Raven's basically, I think he's still got the fresh paint on there. He hasn't even taken the wrapper off that one. It's not even been used, which is great.
This could be a long fight, folks.
Yes, it could.
Get the word. I'd like to get the word from Lamond on time on this fight remaining.
What's the question? Time in time? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Because we like to ask, we like to be informed, we like to let you know what's happening. You're listening to DJ X-Man and DJ Zod on Eve TV, bringing you the best and the worst coverage on these tournaments. Obviously, I'm the worst, and Zod's the brains of the operation. We have to have a happy medium, don't we?
But that's not necessarily true.
It's necessary.
That's CNR. He's getting dug in there. He's sitting at about half shields now, going down faster than I had expected.
He's taking a lot of punishment. I mean, you've got a lot of hardware hammering away at him. Does it look like they've got drones and all sorts on him now, haven't they? They've basically sent everything in. I don't really think he cares. They're just basically going wholesale.
That they are. They've got him held. I don't think this is going to be much longer.
No, he's on about 30% left of his shields. Again, we all know, as soon as your shields go in a Raven, you're toast. Your armor vaporizes. Ice cream on a hot day. It's just... gone.
But we all know real men hold tank.
There's a lot to be said for damage control units. It's...
That there is, especially with the recent changes.
Indeed. I mean, if you actually looked at it, I mean, I know a few people have turned around and said, "Oh, damage control units don't do anything." If they give you an extra 3 seconds, that could be the 3 seconds between you dying and them dying.
Especially some of the named ones.
Yeah.
There was people who went around purchasing all of those named damage control units before the major changes were made.
Yeah.
And I know some of those people made a pretty penny on that.
I must admit,
And we are into armor on the CNR for Black Rain Syndicate. I don't think this is going to go on much longer. This turned out to be more of a distance fight, and I was not expecting this CNR to last as long as it did, given the punishment that the Sleipner was going through.
But then again,
But yet again, amazing coming back to command ships and what they are actually able to withstand is quite a lot of punishment. And it's not just from one race or the other. It's spanning across all races.
I mean, I really, as I said before, I really can't fault IAC for actually holding back and saving their ships. You know, they're going to be able to take them back and fill them again. Why waste money, even if you are only, wasting cannon fodder? I mean, assault frigates, interceptors, interdictors. When you add them together, you're talking of, quite a bit of money. All right, we're not talking faction ship money, but it soon adds up. Why throw away stuff you don't need to? We like to recycle.
That we do.
Yes.
And there's also the issue of implants as well, coming back onto that, and how much of a role they're actually going to play. And people in IRC were acting that as well. I'm really not so sure who's going to have the upper hand. But if like you said, if played right, it's something that can be used to as a huge advantage. We're now into structure on the Black Rain Syndicate CNR. And he's still fighting. He's still fighting. I give him credit.
Is he a real man? He's hull tanking.
He's hull tanking.
Yeah, he's having it large.
He's pretty much done.
He's going Mach 3 with his hair on fire. He doesn't care, and he's gone.
And that's a perfect match.
That is
for
fantastic.
IAC.
Yeah.
Taking out Black Rain Syndicate, and remaining we have a Kaldari Navy Raven, Absolution, Rapier, Heretic, and Ishkar.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, the experts called it. They said they were a force to be reckoned with. Do you think they're capable of taking Bob down? I would like to see that match.
I'm not so sure. I mean, they really... I think to take Bob down in this case, I think they would really need to change